You like offensive tackles that have no chill. I do. Daniel does as well. And that's exactly who the Bulldogs get in Juan Gaston. We talk about him next on Locked On Bulldogs.
You are Locked On Bulldogs, your daily podcast on the Georgia Bulldogs. Part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the Locked On Bulldogs podcast. I am Daniel. He is Clint. Today's episode brought to you by FanDuel. Thanks so much to FanDuel. Thanks to you, the listener, the viewer. If you found us on YouTube, if you're over on the podcast app of your choosing, we are happy that you're here. Welcome to the everydayers, those who make this podcast their first listen every single day. We appreciate you. Stick around till the third segment. Become a loyal third segment listener. Join the 199. We're happy to have you. It's all good. We're talking Georgia football today, and we want to put out videos about things other than a really exciting new football commit.
We're actively searching for other content to give you.
We want to do that. The problem is,
what's the problem?
Every time we open our eyes, there's a really exciting new Georgia football commit. It turns out that Kirby, you mentioned offensive tackles that have no chill, and we are going to get to one young man who fits that description in a moment. But Kirby Smart has got zero chill out here on the recruiting trail. Juan Gaston, 4-star 2025 offensive tackle prospect, Westlake High School in the Atlanta area. Look, this is a big old boy. He's 6'7", he's 345. He's a 4-star. He was recruited by everybody, Clint. Desired by everybody. We're talking Alabama wanted him. We're talking Oregon wanted him. Sorry, Karen. Sorry, Dan. But we'll take him. He's now a Georgia Bulldog, and I don't even know where to start with this kid other than to say, Clint, you and I just together watched
simultaneously
the highlight tape, and the amount of cackling and hooping and hollering, you would have thought that the football season had already started and we were watching Georgia dismantle Clemson in the Benz on August 31st. That's how exciting this highlight tape was, Clint. It, dare I say,
say it,
was my favorite high school tape I've ever seen. Regardless of prospect. What I saw this kid do on the film made me as excited as I have been in a long time about a recruit. I don't know how to sell it anymore.
Here's how you sell it. This man's athletic ability at tackle hasn't been matched in what my eyeballs saw in a dominant sense. If he has somebody smaller than him, which, by the way, is
everyone
98% of people, 6'7", 345. If he outmasses you, which he
just
does.
So we're clear, Jordan Davis is smaller than him. So
Jordan Davis,
he falls into the category of people smaller than him.
All right. This man will absolutely freaking take you in any sort of capacity. When he gets a full head of steam, we literally watched the tape. If he gets a full head of steam in a direction and you are in between him and point B, where he is in point A, you're in between point B, he will run over you and forget that he did so as he's getting to point B.
Yeah, it's not even, it doesn't even phase him. He doesn't seem to even feel it as he runs through you on his way to block someone else.
It's like Juggernaut in X-Men. He is just getting a full head of steam and nothing's going to stop him. This man is impressive and a mauler among maulers. We thought we had maulers before. We thought we had dudes that liked being aggressive. And then we saw Juan Gaston's tape.
Yeah.
And we said, never mind.
Yeah.
This man enjoys punishing people on the defensive line, linebacker, pulling out to a corner. If you are sitting waiting for him, if you allow him to bring the game to you, he's going to bring that game. And I think the thing that you said that was most impressive as you look at his tape was actually this man finishes plays.
Oh my goodness.
Exactly how Kirby Smart. I guarantee you the thing that made Kirby say 6'7", 345, cool, great, okay, let's see him. Footwork, coaches, input, okay, cool, great. You turn on the film of every single game that he plays, and after the play is on the other side of the field.
Oh, he's not interested. He's not watching the ball, Clint. He didn't know when the play is over. The man may be legally hard of hearing. He may not be able to hear the whistle.
Play to the whistle is just a suggestion to him.
Somebody's going to need to come over and tap him on the shoulder because the whistle's not doing it. This guy finishes, and every time he finishes, he's on top of you. Like, not next to you, moving you out of the play. I'm talking about there's the ground, there's you, and then there's him. Like, that's the way that it ends every single time you cut on the tape with this kid. It is an impressive showing that he has. We're going to talk about maybe the reservation. We're going to talk about where he fits in to
some holes in his game. I'm not gonna lie.
To this system, when we maybe expect to see him on the field. And then the third segment, we're going to talk about. I want to just zoom out on this recruiting class a little bit.
Let's get up here.
Let's just chit chat about some things that we've noticed. But first, want to let you know about these.
And these are, in fact, eBay Motors. Daniel and I really, really enjoy our rides, and we enjoy them because they're older cars and they need maintenance, and we like taking care of things. If there's one thing we know, it's taking care of things that need our constant attention. And eBay Motors...
I'll tell you, we like not spending a bunch of useless money on things. That's why we like taking care of things. Yeah,
that's right. We take care of it. We do art ourselves, and eBay Motors helps us out. It's got millions of parts for your MVP, whether you need performance, whether you need maintenance, whether it's oil, coolant, or parts to accelerate from A to B. eBay Motors got you covered. Millions of parts for your MVP. Ride or die. Keep it alive. Win every time with parts that fit your ride. You put into the garage your make, your model, your year, and eBay is going to guarantee the fit. The part that you're looking for will fit your car, guaranteed. If not, they're going to take care of your money. They're going to take care of the part. They're going to get it right back to you. eBay Motors, guaranteed fit, only available for U.S. customers. Terms and restrictions apply. eBay Motors, millions of parts for your MVP. Daniel, we raved about the young man, Juan Gaston, who is an absolute unit of a man.
Please go to 247sports.com.
Do it.
And just watch the highlight.
It's right there.
I know you're saying to me, Daniel, I don't care about high school highlight tapes. It's not a big deal. Go do it. Just go do yourself a favor and go.
I'm going to have this on loop right now as I'm talking about it. This young man, I'm just going
I've been watching it this whole time. Yeah,
this is just exceptional. Okay, Daniel, let's talk about the things. We've talked about his mauling ability. We've talked about his ability for physicality. You cannot teach 6'7", 345. He plays basketball. He is athletic. That is not 345. That doesn't do anything. It moves with a purpose.
Oh, no, he's pulling. He's out here pulling.
Pulling and getting there in a hurry. I mean, he's up on that second level, pushing down linebackers with one hand, and the running back is running full speed, and he's keeping up with him. By the way, it might be the third play. No, it's the third play that I went ahead and cackled far too much on. Not
sizing up a corner on the outside and squaring him up and hitting him in the chest. And by the way, that corner goes a-flying when he hits him in the chest. He is a mauler. This guy in the run game is something absolutely brutally unfair.
Reminds me of a ex-right tackle that Isaiah, who just wanted
Wilson. Yep.
Isaiah Wilson, who wanted bad intentions in the run game. Now, what that means, typically what happens is you are better at one aspect than another, unless you're Ernest Green, in which you just, all things come naturally to you.
Good Lord. I'm watching the freshman year highlights now, Clint. When he's a This is when he is a freshman in high school playing out here on the varsity team. I'm telling you what, Clint. I'm sorry, I interrupted. Go ahead.
No, it's okay. It's look, Daniel. If our podcast had to pause and apologize every time we interrupted, we would never get anything done. People in the comments love it. Here's what we know. Typically, what happens if you excel in one aspect, you have deficiency in another. While he is exceptional, I'm talking A+ in the run game. I'm talking right now plays the old Oklahoma drill, and we're going to be just fine. Nothing scares me about him against anybody else. Pass protection, Daniel. I'm going to be kind to the young man. Needs some tinkering, needs some coaching, needs some input.
It's a situation where if you only were to, as a grown man, play basketball against 10-year-olds, then you don't really need to develop your skills. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, you don't need to work on your technique because you're a man, you're 40, like Mike Gundy, and they are 10-year-old children. And so they're no match for you. And so you're able to kind of get what you want. That's the situation that he's in. He's going to come to the college campus, and Coach Searles is going to get him in. He's going to get him in the film room. He's going to get him on the practice field. He's going to get him matched up in some of these one-on-one, not Oklahoma drills, but some of these pass rush drills where he's going up against some really talented, really big and physical pass rushers. And he's going to learn how to use that size, that wingspan, that punch that he's got in the run game. He's going to learn how to use that in the pass game. I have no doubt about it, but it is an area where it's the reason why I don't expect we're going to see him on the field as a true freshman, but this kid, he's not long for the field, Clint.
If he catches on how to use his leverage and sink his hips while keeping every other aspect, those two happen. If he can keep balance while sinking his hips and leverage, he has no holes in his game. Now, can he do that well over an extended period in the fourth quarter when a big-bodied 6'7", 345, it wears on you over the course of an SEC game in that heat with those players, with big-bodied defensive ends hitting up on you, coming past you, and technique-wise, it's going to be difficult. That's going to be if he does it, however. Watch out, because left tackle, the run of left tackles at Georgia that go first round start as a redshirt freshman or a sophomore, and then go on to play 2 years, get all the accolades, and get drafted in the top 15, will continue with Juan Gaston.
I'm telling you this right now. If he enrolls early, he will start his sophomore year. If he enrolls early this year and gets if he gets bowl practice, bowl practice, spring practice, fall camp, full season of practice, another spring, another fall, he will be starting at right tackle or potentially even left tackle his sophomore year. I love the kid's game. I love the kid's upside. We got more to discuss. I think Coach Searles is, how do you say, tipping his hand a little bit of what he's interested in this 2025 recruiting class. We're going to do a little diagnostic work here coming up right after this.
And that is, in fact, FanDuel. FanDuel's fantastic.
Is it betting season yet, Clint? Is it betting season?
We love sports. We love them so much. We never want to stop. But as playoffs wind down, we get fewer games. Sports aren't sportsing like one of them. But FanDuel lets me keep the sports going whenever I want. All I have to do is open the app and dream up bets anytime I'm in the mood, which guess what? I'm always in the mood. This summer, FanDuel is hooking up all customers with a boost and a bonus daily. That's right. There's something for everybody every day, all summer long. Head over to FanDuel.com, search making the most out of your summer. FanDuel, official sports betting partner, Major League Baseball. Daniel, I love them. We're going to do a whole episode on a whole entire betting spreadsheet in which your boy has won 4 times in a row and Daniel has lost 4 times.
It's not relevant to this conversation.
FanDuel.com. FanDuel.com, official sportsbook of Locked On Bulldogs. I haven't given you enough crap for losing 4 years in a row to me.
I don't know. I don't even know that that's factual. I don't know that it can be proven. It doesn't matter. I'm focused on the present. I'm focused on this year. Last year's team is in the rearview mirror. You asked Kirby about it. We're not interested in that. I mean,
We're
some
almost
of us
up to
maybe are content to rest on our accolades from former years, but some of us are just right here. We're focused on this year's team. We got a chip on our shoulder. This team's hungry. This team wants it this year. They're ready. All right. Let me talk to you about the offensive line prospects in the 2025 class. Now,
and try not to just absolutely ditch your car as you're listening to this podcast.
yeah. Now, if you're a third segment listener, you may want to pull off to the shoulder right now. It's just a tip from us to you. Juan Gaston is the first commit. We just finished talking about him. Offensive tackle, 6'7", 345.
Yep.
Follow him up by Cortez Smith, another Georgia prospect. We got a Westlake kid. We got a Parkview kid. I was told we couldn't lock down the state. I don't know. Somebody will be complaining because none of them are 5 stars yet. None of the offensive linemen are 5 stars, I guess. But they come from Georgia. All 3 of them come from Georgia. But who cares about that? Follow him up with Cortez Smith, who is maybe play a little tackle, maybe play a little guard. 6'3", 310. Another 4-star kid. Right underneath that, you got Mason Short, another, some of you have heard this before, 4-star kid from Georgia, Evans High School. Another guard. He coming in at 6'5.5", 305, Clint. So there's, and then,
keep going.
Don't let me stop here. Dontrell Glover, Fairburn, Georgia, another Georgia offensive lineman coming into the program. He coming in at 6'2", 315, Clint. 4 offensive line prospects.
What do you understand about those 4 similar young men, Daniel? Tell me
They're all from the state of Georgia. They're all playing Georgia high school football, arguably some of the best high school football in the country. They're all staying home and playing for the Georgia Bulldogs.
Yeah.
And every single one of them, Clint, ain't no 285s in there. You understand what I'm trying to say? There ain't no, like, we don't have any 290s. We don't have any 6'2", 290s in there.
No,
like, everybody's significantly north of 3 bills.
Right now, as a high schooler, they haven't even hit college.
Ain't no meal plan. Ain't no Snelling dining hall even taking effect yet, but it will. It's going to.
It does.
It's going to. No weight room yet, but all of that stuff is coming. Coach Searles has very clearly gone out and specifically targeted some size, strength, and athleticism, Clint. That's the common denominator in all 4 of these offensive line prospects. Is they've got tremendous size. They've got incredible strength. If you look at the tape on any of them, I mean, go look at the tape on Mason Short if you want. Like, these are big kids who just drive people off the line of scrimmage. In high school. Clearly, the mindset is, we will coach you on the technique, but we can't, as you said earlier, we can't teach you 6'7", 345. And in some respect, more importantly, Clint, we can't teach you the nastiness that is required to be an elite offensive lineman.
Look, y'all, as I coach these high school linebackers, there's a couple things. I cannot teach tenacity, want to, or get after it. That's up to you. If you have that, I can teach
from in here.
I can teach you technique. I could teach hand placement. I could teach hip movement. All of that is trainable. And I'm not exact. All of that is trainable. You can teach these kids how to kick step and get back in a stance. Can they take the coaching? That's the question. See, there's a difference between, can you take the coaching, and y'all know Kirby. It's not for everybody, Daniel. No. There's a reason softies go to Ohio State and want Coach Day coaching them. He's gonna let them coast. Coast and only their skill is going to rise them up, which is we have a generational quarterback. You get far into the playoffs. You don't have that. It's not good, which this year you don't have. So Ohio State, good luck. Georgia gets guys that want to be chased after and coached hard. And that's exactly what State Searles has in all these guys. Tenacity, get after itness. I will not quit until my man in front of me is driven off the ball and away from the spot he started. And Stacy's going to say, you're going to be going 1,000 miles an hour with your...
You're going to make a mistake or two. You're going to make some mistakes.
It's fine.
It's fine.
Do it at 1,000 miles an hour. We'll live to see another day. You do it at half speed, we won't live to see another day.
We'll just go and pull you right off.
You will be pulled right out. That's not how it's done at Georgia. In-state, tenacious, hardworking, nasty offensive lineman with a great O-line coach in Kirby Smart and Mike Bobo. Give it to me. 7 times a week.
Yeah. It's what if I was to tell you that this offensive line recruiting class is not done, Clint? It's not finished yet.
What about what about the other side of the trench on defensive line? Is it done?
We're doing okay there too already, and also not done yet. Tomorrow we're going to be back, and we're going to be talking about some fall camp nuggets. What have we seen? Let me just tease you with this right here. There's some people out there practicing, and the Lord has shown his face upon us as Georgia fans. I don't know if I'll be able to contain myself tomorrow on the podcast. I'm not even going to try. We'll see you then on the Locked On Bulldogs podcast, your team every day. We'll see you tomorrow talking about fall camp.
See ya.